Hey Gemini. So yeah, like I was saying, there is this parent energy with us, and we are getting settled into that. We are resting into that. This strength, this self-love, external love that's coming to us. That might cause some uneasiness. That might cause some impatience. But that Wheel of Fortune is there to remind us that we are doing everything right, that we are on the right path. There is no more caginess, there is clarity, full clarity. Like a true parent, we see everything for what it is, we see everything as it is. And I think that maybe even we see that as it relates to love or what love is not. We could not be really feeling love right now. Or we could see a situation for what it is, of how unreciprocal, manipulative it is. I think that we see the manipulation in other people and we see the manipulation within ourselves. And I think that we have gotten very clear that that is something that we don't want. There may be an energy that tries to control you or control a situation. You may try to control situations yourself. I think that, there is a possibility that there are some things that want to come back around. Some energies that want to stay when you've already decided that they are not going to. And that lack of change, that lack of transformation, that lack of wanting new beginnings, that lack of releasing control could cause some turmoil or chaos in you or in other persons. But all the while, we've done a pretty good job at being this Queen of Cups. We've done a pretty good job at mastering our emotions. So remember when I was saying how that Five of Swords is our own bullshit? I don't think that because we're in this parent energy, I don't think that we feel like we need to micromanage the other twins so much. I don't think that we feel like we need to be so protective. Because we know that whatever cycle we close off is done. That bullshit, whether it comes from us or anyone else, is not going to get very far. Even if we wanted to, we've literally outgrown it. And you have the Eight of Cups, clarifying this Six of Swords. I mean, it's a done deal at this point, Gemini. We are moving forward, we're walking away, we're moving on. Even from our own bullshit. Trying to clarify before my video cuts out. You might have 15 parts to this video. But, again with us, thinking about what we are investing in, we know that we're not going to invest in things that there's no cooperation. There's no cooperation. There's no teamwork. I think part of us, we are thinking about the things that we've invested in, where there was no teamwork, there is no cooperation, there is no reciprocity. But I think that also is fueling what we're investing in right now. We're keeping that close in hand as far as memory's sake. And we're taking our time. We're taking our time. We might be a little fiery with it. We might have some feelings that karma is broken. We might have some untrustworthy feelings when it comes to love and new beginnings and new people entering our lives, because we are painfully aware of how that shit goes, right? But we are moving forward, we are moving on, we aren't going backwards, we are moving forward regardless of our own sense of insecurity, regardless of our own bullshit, regardless of our own impatience. We are keeping ourselves in check as best that we can. There are some things that we're not really worried on, that we're not really reflective on. There are some things that are out of our hands, and we're starting to realize that it's just out of my control. It's beyond me. And at this point, we know what we want. We know what we want to commit to. We know what we deserve. We know what we want in a commitment as far as love. Clarifying the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Two of Cups clarifying the Lovers in the reverse. I mean, we know what we want. We know our worth. We know what we deserve, Gemini. And I do think that love is a part of this reading. I do think that love has been a part of why we are here. I don't do love readings. Not really. I was thinking about doing it, but you know, I'd rather give you guys an overall scope of what's going on. But there is definitely some sense of abandonment. There is definitely someone or something that we are not giving to. There is definitely something that we are just not interested in. There is a sense of control or controlling factor or person that we are not worried about anymore. There is an emperor that we are not stressing about anymore. And I think the drama that might want to come back, or, you know, the arguing, the bickering, I think it just reminds us of our happy place. I think it just reminds us of where we want to go, how far we've come. This could be this Five of Wands being clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. That could be how other people are feeling about your success. That could be, you know, how other people are acting. Meanwhile, you're that old man sitting in the middle of all your pentacles. And right after that, you have the Death in reverse. So there's definitely some change that does not want to happen. And that, I think more so that's around you. I think, if anything, we are more that death in the upright. I was driving to the gas station earlier, and I heard that stability is sexy. That's the name of your video. I think there are a lot of toxic energies around you that you have left behind that have not changed. Or they have not changed for you. And I think those things are having a hard time leaving you alone, or letting these endings happen. There is a possibility that someone wants to reconcile with you, but I don't think you're going to let that happen. I don't see that. The devil wants to reconcile with Gemini, but Gemini's not having it. Queen of Cups being clarified by the Knight of Cups. I mean, I think that there's someone who wants to talk to you. I think that there's someone who might want to bring you a message. I think that there is something that wants to come in, but I don't think it's on your level. I think you know better. I think you know the instability that it brings. I think you know the instability that it brings. I think you know the instability that all those things bring to you. And I think you know in the long run it will not lead you to a better and bigger happy place. Let's get a couple animal oracle cards for you. Gonna go with it. Nightingale spirit, love is all around. Sandpiper spirit, be playful. Starfish spirit, open to infinite possibilities. So Gemini, you are surrounded by love. And I know it might not feel like it and it might not seem like it, but if you pay attention, you are, and you have been this entire year. I think there's a part of you that wants to be yourself, be your playful self, and I think you're afraid that you'll get too carried away. I think you're afraid that life will hit you again or sneak up on you again and hurt you again. Geminis, we are very smart and we're very analytical and we are very playful, but we also have two sides to us. That side that is dumbly playful all the time is always accompanied by that side that is smart and knows better. And I think that we are afraid to really and truly lean back and let go, because we always have to have one person watching, right? One twin watching. And, you know, I think that's one reason why Geminis can't never really relax, because we always have to think. We always have to get ourselves out of situations. We always have to be prepared to do that. Spirit is telling you right now to be playful. Don't be stupid. You know, don't confuse the two, but be playful. Be open to infinite possibilities. Gemini, we don't know everything, right? So be open to all the things, the good things that want to come to you, all the stable things that want to come to you. Be open to all of the infinite possibilities of